what is it? Back to the Future the game is a pseudo-fourth installment in the classic Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis trilogy of films that was published by now-defunct studio Telltale Games and was released throughout 2010 and 2011. What's the story? 6 months after Marty McFly sees Doc Brown vanish in front of him, the bank is foreclosing on his assets. That is until the DeLorean and Einstein the dog appear outside the estate with a pre-recorded message from Doc in the 1930s asking Marty to assist him once again with a rescue. So it's a race against time for Marty to save his friend, while also trying not to mess up the course of history, as well as the space-time continuum. And as any fan of Back to the Future will tell you, it's never that simple. Who's in it? Members from the original cast who reprised their roles in the game include Christopher Lloyd as Doc Brown, Claudia Wells as Jennifer Parker, and in the 2015 re-release of the game, Tom Wilson as Biff Tannen. Newcomers include AJ Lucasio as Marty McFly, James Arnold Taylor as a young Doc Brown, and Rebecca Schweitzer as a new character in the Back to the Future universe, Edna Strickland. What works? The voice acting is superb. Highlights include the aforementioned AJ Lucasio, who really makes you think the character is voiced by Michael J. Fox, even though it isn't. Christopher Lloyd as Doc Brown also gives a great performance, as he is given quite a bit more to chew on in this role, letting you see a few new sides of Doc that we don't see in the films. The visual style of both the world and the characters are also really well done, and look like a decent crossover of the Back to the Future movies, as well as the Back to the Future cartoon series from the 90s. What doesn't work? The story is broken up into 5 individual episodes, which does mean that there is some filler. Some parts will drag, and being one of Telltale's early works, there is quite a bit of backtracking, all of which can be quite tedious at times. The story also suffers from what I'd call Return of the King syndrome, in terms of feeling like it should have ended a while ago, but keeps on going. The puzzles can be confusing at times, though I guess that's why there is a hint system. The animations of the characters also leave a lot to be desired, with very subtle facial animations that don't quite match the over-the-top performances from some of the voice actors at times. Out of 10? 7. If you're a Back to the Future fan, it's a must-play. It's a game and a story whose flaws are easily made up for by the voice actors both new and returning. My personal recommendation is to play this with a guide handy, just in case you get stuck on the more convoluted puzzles.